Let's take a look at what we could be targeting in these 3 knockouts that are coming up. I'll do the dissection here on the public side, and we'll get private to show you the 3 knockouts. Anyway, there are 3 main targets that I like to go after in through here, and 2 of them are a little trickier and more dangerous, and I'll show you why in a second. But the first one is not so bad, a little tricky, but I'll explain that in a second. All right, first of all, we can see the underlying vascular tissues as well as some of the nerves. Many of you have seen this before. Let's get rid of the muscle this time instead of just the connective tissue. I just wanted to show you the connective tissue is quite expansive. It's all over the body. It involves not only the fine fibrous material you see shining in through here around his cheek, but also things like the cartilage of the nose and the ears. I'll get rid of that for a second. You can see how much goes away with the fascia, or what's called connective tissue. This is where the acupuncture needles go into. They don't go into the underlying nerves. They go into the muscles and also this sheath. Otherwise, you would be causing far more pain than you would be soothing. So let's get into the first set of targets, which is the facial nerve, mental nerve area. This nerve right in through here, sorry, that was the jaw. This nerve, the pink, is the mandibular branch of the facial nerve. And, of course, the mental nerve, which has a couple different roots right up and through here that you can see that we target incessantly because it's such a viable target because it goes right into the brain stem. It's part of the trigeminal nerve system. Another target that we use, but not too much, is the temporal nerves, temporal branches, I should say, of the facial nerve. Here's one branch. This is the zygomatic. Oh, no, that's not. Let's get that. The zygomatic branch of the facial nerve. Either one of these would be fine. You want to cut these down toward the ear as the nerve is traveling down there so you can see exactly the trajectory. And the third place, which is a little more dangerous, as you can tell, is right in front of the ear where you have all this vascular tissue as well as the nerves. Okay, let me stop it jumping around here, and I'll try and catch this nerve here, which is the superficial temporal branch of the auriculotemporal nerve. Big terms, don't have to worry about it. You just want to strike that one down like you're going toward the center of the eardrum. Those are the 3 main targets. Let's bring this guy back into focus. It seems to be jumping around a little bit, so pardon me on that. But you can start to see how they lie in the body and the trajectories you want to go in. You'll see the 3 knockouts are going to take place on the targets, and let's see here. We want to cover that up a little bit, and it's harder to tell where you're hitting, but let me get the pen out here. You can strike here. You can strike anywhere in through here on that facial nerve. You can strike in through here. Okay, and you can also strike in through here. So you can see that it's going to be hard to miss. I know working with the knockout, it's a little harder sometimes for your accuracy, especially under duress, but this is a gross motor skill. You will be attacking with it, and it's a fantastic way to knock a person out. You'll see all 3 people drop very quickly. The first one I did very, very lightly because the person had been enduring quite a few knockouts that particular day. And yeah, you got to be kind to some people sometimes. And Marshall's taken a lot of hits over the years, so I just wanted to get him down off his feet to show the effectiveness of the technique. He didn't go all the way out, but it was a level 2 knockout. So the other 2 were level 3s. And you'll see that as well. So those are the nerves. Let's get into the technique that we're going to be working for this particular knockout. Oh, by the way, I have used this knockout many times. Well, not as many as other ones like my crane hand one. I've worked that on over 100 people. This one I've only worked on about 20 people, I would say, because it is kind of an abusive technique, and it's very hard to control in fighting situations without causing a little bit of pain and agony to the person that receives it. So I minimalized the efforts on this, but working it 20 times in different situations, I can rely on it, I'm sure. Let's watch them.